Hayley Welch, the Hawk Tuah girl, has just found herself in hot water after scamming her fans with a crypto coin. After all of this news broke down, she is now reportedly being hit with a lawsuit. Who could have been surprised? The girl that got famous for talking about how she spits on dick, has no morals, and is willing to scam her fans at the first opportunity that arises. Crypto has been one of the most popular tools for these types of influencers to scam their fans, and obviously she had to capitalize on the opportunity to create her own crypto coin. On the 5th of December, Hayley Welch tweeted, "Hawk is live." And not long after that, many crypto accounts on Twitter started calling her out for scamming her fans when they found out that 96% of Hawk coin supply is connected to 10 crypto wallets. I'm not really big into this whole crypto thing, but basically the problem here is 96% of the coin is basically owned by 10 people. And obviously when the coin went live, those 10 people just sold off all their shares, dumping it, and the people who were her fans were basically left with nothing. And not just that, they also had 15% in fees, which ended up being over $2 million they collected in just fees alone, which is ridiculously high. But this whole thing really started picking up steam after Coffeezilla jumped in a Twitter space with them and called them out. Now this whole Twitter space was incredibly embarrassing. Hayley Welch and these people that launched the crypto coin with her basically had no response apart from, "We didn't do it." That was the only response they could give, is "We didn't do it." That was it. They eventually ended up muting Coffeezilla as well, and after all that, Hayley Welch just hopped off saying she's going to bed.
Over $1 million in fees, but there was also insider trading.
No, that's not true.
That is true. That's a fact.
No, it's not. No, there's no insider trading.
Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
The creator, right?
Who does that belong to?
That belongs to the project.
Who is the project?
Hayley Welch.
And by the way, who made the money from your 17% pre-sale while you're giving a tiny piece of the pie to the public? What the hell? This is the worst tokenomics I've ever seen, and it is a scam.
It's not a scam.
That's my opinion. You can say whatever you want about it. You can cry defamation. That's my opinion. It's a scam. Where did the fees go? Where did the money for the pre-sale tokens go? Why did y'all unlock day one so people could dump on Hayley Welch's fans? And how involved was she really? I just got muted.
Not for the token price itself.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Now this whole situation is crazy because first of all, I don't know a single person who is a fan of Hawk Tuah. How she has any fans is beyond me. I don't understand who likes her, who finds her funny. If you're a fan of hers and you bought into this coin, you deserve to get scammed. You really do. Thinking, she's not gonna scam me, I'm gonna buy her crypto coin and I'm gonna make some money. Yes, you really think she wants the best for her fans and the people that watch her? She is so ungrateful. She won't even thank the guy who made her famous. Do you think she gives a shit about her fans? Of course not. Like, I know she launched a podcast that's slowly just declining in viewership, and they had Mark Cuban on recently. She got famous for talking about how she spits on dick, and now she's sitting there with a billionaire on her podcast. That is insane to me. What world we live in? You can get famous for nothing and then you're sitting in a room with a billionaire on your podcast. I don't know what's worse, the fact that Mark Cuban agreed to go on her podcast, or the fact that people watch her shit. But if you fall for this, you are ridiculously stupid. Unbelievably stupid. You basically deserve everything that's happening to you. But after this whole situation, things took a turn for the worst when Berwick Law Firm tweeted out, "If you lost money on Hawk, contact our firm to learn about your legal rights. Our firm represents thousands of NFT and token investors in security matters. This is attorney advertising." So this is not good news for Hayley Welch, because now she's got a law firm after her, and there's going to be people who want their money back. But I don't think this is even her fault. I think she is merely just a puppet. She's being used by the people around her, by her managers, by everyone around her. She's being used. I don't think all these business ventures she's coming up with have anything to do with her. She's not coming up with these ideas. The podcast is funded by Jake Paul, so he's basically just pimping her out there. She's making money for him. He takes most of the profits and she just gets a small piece of the pie. She's getting pimped out by some other managers for that stupid little app that she done. And now this crypto coin, she's getting pimped out by someone else. This is what happens when you become famous for absolutely nothing. She's not smart. She doesn't know the space. She has no business skills, no skill set, nothing. When you're really that dumb like her, you can become a victim of manipulation. I think she is being being manipulated by her managers. I think someone came to her and said, look, we'll start this crypto coin, you'll make a shit ton of money. She was like, bet. I don't think she has any idea what's going on. I think she has people in her ear that tell her what to do. They help fund the business, they eat most of the profit, and they just throw her some change. That's really it. These people around her, they just see dollar signs. At the end of the day, when her crypto project fails, she's the face of the project. She cops the heat, not the people behind her. No one even knows who they are. No one even knows what they look like. She is the face. She cops all the blame. She takes all the heat for this. She barely gets any of the money and profits, and those people, they just fucking run away with the bag. Same thing what Jake is doing, man. He's funding her podcast. What the fuck is a few 10-15 grand? He'll help set it up, get a set, all these things, hire some of these people. 10-15 grand to set up a podcast. It's nothing to Jake Paul. For as long as the podcast is profitable, he'll take most of the money. She's just left with a little bit of change, and obviously she's happy with it because she's getting all this for nothing. She got famous for nothing, so she'll take whatever she can get. But I don't think she realizes herself she's literally getting taken advantage of, and ultimately she's just a puppet for these people. She has no idea what's going on. She probably knows nothing about crypto, and ultimately when her 5 minutes of fame, 10 minutes of fame, 15 minutes of fame are up, she's going to get tossed to the side and forgotten about by these people. She is genuinely too stupid to pull any of this off by herself. She didn't wake up one day and think, let me start a crypto coin. She didn't wake up one day and think, let me start some stupid dating app. That was not her idea. I'm not even trying to paint her out as an innocent little victim. If you're dumb enough to let shit like this happen to you, you kind of deserve it. You're making all this money for nothing. You deserve to get used by these people. I'm gonna be honest, you deserve it if you're dumb enough. And this is what happens when people who become famous overnight for nothing. This is usually what happens to them. They just get used and rinsed by managers and people around them that are telling them, we're gonna make you a lot of money. They're the ones usually that make a lot of money, and they just use these people as the face, as a poster child for all these scams and shit. And when the scam comes to light, she's the face of it, so she's gonna cop all the heat. It's only a matter of time before she starts her OnlyFans. I'm willing to bet this is like the career trajectory for most of these women who become famous for nothing. This is the career path they take. You first try and start your own podcast, maybe you scam your fans here and there, and inevitably, when no one gives a shit about her, when her fame is dying out, when her fame is dwindling away, her one last chance, one last shot at trying to revive the whole thing will be an OnlyFans. I can almost guarantee she will. Someone like her with no skills, she'll start an OnlyFans because all the money she's making, she ain't saving it. She's not investing any of the money she makes. You think she invests it? Let me put it into the S&P. Let me buy some real estate. Let me invest it in some other companies. Let me invest it in some other business ventures. And she's not thinking that. She's fucking going and buying fucking Chanel handbags and shit. Like, that's probably what she cares about. So it's only a matter of time before she starts burning through the money. She has no real life skills that will help her generate money, and she's just going to turn to OnlyFans. I know it's going to happen. I'm willing to bet, man. I know it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. I hope she gets sued into fucking oblivion. I do not feel bad for her. She's getting used by her managers, used by the people around her. She's getting pimped out. How do I feel bad? You're that dumb. You're stupid enough, man, to let that shit happen to you. You got famous for nothing, and there's people that are pouncing on that opportunity, just seeing some quick, easy money, man. Hey, shout out to Jake Paul, man. He saw quick, easy money and he pounced on it. He jumped on it. Whoever's behind this crypto shit, fair play, man. Fair play. Get the money, man. I don't blame any of them, to be honest. Let's see how long it takes for her podcast to slowly just dwindle away before no one gives a shit about it. Let's see what happens with the lawsuit and, you know, the soon to be OnlyFans or not. Let's see.